What's up, everyone? This is Clock Management. I'm your host, Justin, and as always, I'm joined by Perry.
Hey Justin. Yeah, you know, most people do call me Perry, but you can call me anytime you want.
Nice. I thought you were going to go with Pickle or something of that capacity.
I mean, you've been calling me that for 20 years, so you've also been calling me anytime you want for like 20
Yeah,
years.
also
So
true. Yeah.
yeah, but I had to think of a pickup line and I just woke up. So
All right.
uh if, how about this one? If beauty were time, Justin, you'd be eternity.
That one, I like that one a lot because we're also Clock Management.
Yeah, on brand. I'm a company man.
Yeah, so we had the NFL draft. Of course, we nailed every single pick every pick went exactly where we said it would. So that
It was
was amazing.
incredible.
Yeah.
It was the most boring TV I've ever watched because I already knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. In fact, some of them called me to
Mhm.
ask who they should take.
Yeah, when the Lions got Penei Sewell and everybody saw that video of them celebrating so hard, it was actually because they got a hold of me. So
Yeah,
a lot of
Perry's a
people
hard
thought
man to get a hold of, so
it's true, except for Justin, who can call me anytime he wants.
yeah, but you do live in like an area with the worst service on the planet. So
True, it's pretty rad. I do like that people can't get a hold of me.
oh man. Okay, but we're gonna talk about what those picks mean, the winners and losers from it.
Hmm.
Also, there's some trouble in paradise over there in Green Bay, so that's been interesting since draft day.
Yeah. Before we get into that, Justin, you got a lot going on with clock management, with the Pace League,
Oh my
with
god.
giveaways, with.
Yes.
Could you want to cover any of that real quick?
No. Okay. Well.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Uh, no. So Pace League, we got another football player in there, which is awesome. Which is
Mhm.
our former football player. We got Danny Woodhead in there.
Nice.
Awesome. I know your wife is a huge Danny Woodhead fan because she had him in fantasy football for multiple years.
Yeah, I think she won a championship with him.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, that's exciting. I mean, he's okay. Uh, also, he's from. I don't know why I know this, but he's from Omaha, which he is probably the only player I know where they're from.
Nebraska.
Yeah, like I don't know why when it first came up about him, I'm like, oh, he's from Omaha, and like like my buddy Jay, who's in the league as well, he's like, why do you know that? I don't know.
Fun fact, my dad was born in Omaha.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it sticks out just to me just because of Peyton Manning.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Omaha. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
but yeah, and we're raising money for charity. We got some other things coming up with that in the works. With some other actually some big companies and stuff. So it's awesome. Well, I actually think we're going to surpass our goal of $10,000 now. So
Some real good work. It's
yeah.
impressive.
And if you guys want to donate, you could go. It's on. I'll put a link down in the description here, so you could donate. Giving away a Earl Campbell jersey to anyone who donates over $20, and then a custom pair of Jordans to anyone who donates over $100. Or they're in a raffle. Not everyone gets one. Sorry, you're in a
I was
raffle.
gonna say,
I don't have
gee,
that many jerseys of Earl
or
Campbell.
Jordan.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not doing the Jordan, so sorry, Jay. Uh, that's a lot
I
more
was like,
expensive.
I'll donate $120 and get both. That sounds great. Uh,
Right.
and then giveaway this month.
Yeah, I have to tweet it out. I don't even. Well, I'll put up a poll on Twitter where you guys can vote on what the giveaway is. I'll probably do that here by the time this episode is out. So,
Cool.
uh,
Okay.
also, I am installing a sprinkler system in my yard today, which is not going to be fun.
Home ownership,
Yeah.
which brings me to my news. We are now actively looking to buy a house,
Oh man, that's awesome.
which is pretty cool. Yeah. Also terrifying. Uh,
That could be
I live on,
overwhelming.
I live on an island, as you know, Justin, as and a lot of our viewers and listeners know, but it's like a tourist destination a little bit. It is very expensive.
Yeah.
Like very expensive. So it's a little discouraging, but we're excited. We're
Yeah,
excited.
it's worth it, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're on board. We're just waiting for that to happen. Having to take like our first time home buyer classes and stuff like that. So a lot to learn, but man, it does seem like worth it, especially financially.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
yeah, I don't know. Move on up, growing up. Cool.
All right.
All right.
So with
Let's
the news,
talk about this. Yeah.
yeah, we are going to cover a couple things actually. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. So just, I mean, if you've been living under a rock, the TLDR is Aaron Rodgers is very unhappy with the Packers. Feels like he hasn't been involved in any decisions and wants out. Is threatening to retire if they don't trade him.
Yeah.
So, Justin, instant reaction. Where does Aaron Rodgers play in 2021? And Jeopardy host is an acceptable answer.
Oh man, I hope it's both. I don't know if Jeopardy airs during Sundays, so hopefully it won't interfere.
He came out and said he told the Packers that he could do both because he could record all 47 episodes during the offseason.
Yeah, or on the sideline. Just zoom in. Which, I mean, I guess he wouldn't be on the sideline too much. But my answer is the Denver Broncos, Perry.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I know. I don't like it either.
No, I love it. Are you kidding me? Like, it all makes sense. It really does make sense that he goes to Denver. But being a Denver Bronco fan, I keep trying to calm myself down.
Temper expectations.
Yeah. So there were a few reports, and I'm sure you heard this, that both the Broncos and the 49ers sent offers to the Packers.
Yeah.
Both offers involving players and 3 first-round picks, and they're both turned down. Now, the 49ers obviously took a quarterback in Trey Lance. Denver had the opportunity to take Mac Jones or Justin Fields. I really wanted them to take Justin Fields. They did not, which leads me to believe that they think that they're still going to get Aaron Rodgers, which is why it makes a lot of sense that he's going to end up there.
Or they're just
June
comfortable 1st. With what they got.
Why?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Why? That's like when somebody's got a wool blanket and they're like, I'm just comfortable with it. No, you're not. You're itchy.
You're itchy. You're uncomfortable. Everyone can see it.
Yeah, I see. You are itchy. There's no doubt about it. And Denver is itchy. Drew Lock is a wool blanket. And Teddy Bridgewater, he's fine. He's not Aaron Rodgers, though.
Yeah, he's a slightly, he's a wool blend blanket.
Wool blend.
Slightly less itchy. Still itchy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and if you have the chance to get Aaron Rodgers, you're doing it. Unless you have, Patrick Mahomes or something.
Right. And you and I talked probably right before the draft, or maybe even been draft day. Aaron Rodgers landing on, we both agreed, the 49ers or Denver immediately makes them Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
Denver plays in a really tough division. So, getting past Kansas City might be kind of hard. But
I was actually talking with someone recently telling them, so with if Aaron Rodgers were to go there, I feel bad for Derek Carr because in the last 3 years, he will have gone from being the best quarterback in that division to the worst.
Yeah. But Denver's roster is actually pretty stacked on both sides of the ball. It's really just the quarterback that's the problem. And of course, I mean, the 49ers, we know that they're extremely talented as well. So, but if Aaron Rodgers lands in Denver, let me just ask you, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant, how far did they move up your list?
A lot.
I mean, yeah, gut reaction. Like
Yeah.
any of them cracking, like say Cortland Sutton, top 15.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. Cortland Sutton would probably be in my top 15 at that point.
All right, and then on the flip side of this, Devonta Adams falls how far?
Not that far actually.
Yeah,
I still like him because we've seen him produce. Who was it? Brett Hundley was their quarterback, and he was still doing elite numbers with Brett Hundley as quarterback. So, I mean, he falls. Obviously, he's not going to be in the top 3 wide receivers anymore. But he's probably late wide receiver 1, maybe a wide receiver 2.
I think he probably is still a wide receiver 1, but it's like pretty low there.
Yeah,
I put him like closer to like Keenan Allen.
yeah. I'd say around wide receiver 12 area.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean we don't really have any other thing to like talk about with it because it just hasn't happened, so everything's speculation. But
Oh, I did read something recently too about this situation. This had to be the tipping point here. The day after, I keep wanting to say Favre. Uh, the day after Aaron Rodgers came out talking about how great Jake Kumro, the wide receiver for them, is,
right,
and how good he's been developing. The Packers cut Jake Kumro.
yeah, there was that one. There was obviously drafting Jordan Love, and he was.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was being sarcastic with this being the what did.
But
I mean, I'm
no,
sure it
people-
didn't help.
Right. I think the real reasoning here, a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's just unhappy because they won't draft him weapons." Okay, I think that's part of it,
Yeah,
but he does have 2 very good weapons there, right? So, I mean, the Packers I don't think draft very well, but they did draft Devonta Adams and
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones very well, right? I think the main issue here is that he is not consulted on any of these decisions. That's where he's pissed off. And the Packers clearly don't want to consult him. I don't think that this is like a miscommunication thing.
Yeah,
Because they have asserted multiple times that you don't run this team, we do. He's been told like just go out there and play, don't be the problem, that sort of stuff. And it's like, dude, you have an MVP top 5 all-time talent at quarterback,
yeah,
and you're not even consulting him on draft picks. That's crazy.
absolutely, yeah.
Or especially guys that are already on the team, right? You would think a wide receiver, right, with Jake Kumaro. I know we're joking about it because whatever, but you have like your franchise quarterback is like, I like throwing it to that guy, and you're like, okay, well, we're firing him. It's like, what? Yeah, so
Well, yeah, and then you
Free Aaron
draft
Rodgers.
his replacement, and then they're like, "Yeah, but we're not saying you're gone." And he's like, "All right, well, can I get a contract extension then?" And they're like, "Ah, no, but can we change your contract? I mean, we're not going to add any more time, but
Right.
we want to put more money towards the back end, just in case you're not here."
Right. And this is the last thing I'm going to bring up. Just so everybody's aware, everybody's trying to say, well, why would they don't need to consult the quarterback on their draft picks? Andy Dalton, who is now the quarterback for the Bears, got a phone call about them drafting Justin Fields. Right? It wasn't an hey, we just want are you okay with this? No, it was like, here, just out of common courtesy, we want to let you know we're going to be drafting your replacement.
Yeah, as did Jimmy G.
Right. And these guys aren't Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Also
it's a
Frank
show of
Gore helped scout Trey Lance for the 49ers, which is weird.
that is weird. It's just like a sign of respect. The man won an MVP. He's won 3 MVPs. He's won you guys a Super Bowl. He's taken you to multiple NFC
and
championship
he's won the
games.
people of Green Bay's heart.
Right. And it's really bad when Green Bay fans, and you and I know a couple of them, are saying he should go free Aaron Rodgers.
right? Like that's how much they love him at this point. They're like, we don't want to see him pained anymore.
Right. Our buddy Darian, friend of the show, huge Packers
Yeah,
fan.
and
And I was one of those cheese hats.
if he retires, forgot what the dollar amount was he has to pay back. It's something like 70 million.
Wow.
And he has said he is completely okay with doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
free Aaron Rodgers. We'll
Yeah.
take you in Denver. And we have better weapons overall than the Packers do.
I hate it when players are like prima donnas and try calling the shots and stuff, but like I'm completely on Aaron Rodgers' side in this.
Yeah. Yeah. It just makes a lot of sense that
Yeah.
he at least be involved, right? I think this conversation would be way different if it was like, hey, just so you know, we really like Jordan Love. If he's available, we're going to take him. We even might go trade up to grab him. This isn't anything about you. We just like him a lot, and we need to be prepared
Yeah.
as a franchise,
Exactly.
right? And Aaron Rodgers could have still been like kind of miffed about it, but he probably would have not. This would not be happening. Right, exactly.
He's not being asked by a reporter about it the same time it happened, or same time he finds out about it.
Right. Like, hey, did you know that they just hired your replacement? It's like, wait, what? What? Okay. Anyways,
all right, let's move on.
Yeah. Should we talk about Carry On?
Oh yeah, we love to love Carry On. Unfortunately, the NFL does not.
Yeah, so Kerryon Johnson, first of all, released by the Detroit Lions. And then yesterday, Friday, May 7th, he was claimed by the Eagles. So is this a bigger win? And we'll talk about DeAndre Swift. But is this a bigger win for DeAndre Swift or a bigger loss for Sanders?
I mean, I think it's probably a bigger loss for Sanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
right.
Carry On wasn't getting too much work there in Detroit anyway. But then, like, I think he'll get more work in Philadelphia than he did in Detroit. And they also brought, I mean, we'll talk more about this, I guess, here in a little bit, but they also brought in a running back. So
drafted, right?
Yeah, exactly. They drafted a running back, a good running back. So he'll get some work as well. It's going to be a committee back there.
Yeah.
Oh, and they brought back Jordan Howard.
Right. Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. Miles Sanders is one of my biggest avoids. And I guess
I loved him.
We'll start off right now.
Off-season.
Miles Sanders is one of my losers, even before the draft.
That makes it sound like a term of endearment, Perry. You're like, he's one of my losers.
Well,
It's like you love him. Like, you're my loser.
Hey, man.
I like it.
I have explained to everyone how I spend my free time making Excel spreadsheets, categorizing my games, okay? I know a few losers, and I am one at times. So, yeah, he's my loser. But
that was cute at times. No, yeah, I agree with you, though. But before we get to that, we still have news no one cares about, Perry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm jumping the shark.
Whew. I heard someone else use that term recently, by the way, and I was like, it is a term. I just thought Perry was messing with me this whole time.
That would have been that would be funny. That's a good long con.
Yeah, the long con. I love it. I would have liked it even more at that point.
Just make up a saying.
Oh man, me and Kenny, we decided we were going to do that one time, like how people ask a rhetorical question to answer a question. So we started asking, when people would ask something, we'd be like, "Does the Pope like cheese?" I don't know the answer to that. So is that a yes or? Okay, but anyway, let's get into some news. I guess speaking of, let's get into some news no one cares about.
Let's do it.
All right, first, I don't know if you saw this, Perry. It's breaking news, groundbreaking. Sam Darnold was asked to draw the Panthers logo.
I did not see this.
I will send it to you directly after the show. It was amazing.
Is he an artist or?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing. Like, I'm pretty sure it looks like something I drew in like kindergarten.
Oh,
Yeah, but I am happy that he at least knew what the Panthers logo is, you know? Yeah.
right.
What up, Robbie
Now
Anderson?
I'm trying to think of it like off the top of my head.
It's just like a panther head coming in and it comes to a point at the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, with the whiskers and eyes and
With
cat
the
ears,
whiskers.
panther features.
Right, Panther features.
Yeah.
Technical term.
All right. So next, we got DK Metcalf trying out for the Olympics for the 100-meter. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I heard about this, and I don't think he's trying. It's this meet is the precursor
Yeah.
to the Olympic trials.
Yeah,
So I
but
think
you
like
have to qualify for this in order
Right.
to. Yeah. And he said he
Uh,
wants to.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he will, right? But I do think it's really cool that he's doing it.
Yeah, I would love to see him out there. Yeah, and now that puts pressure on. Come on, Tyreek, where you at?
Right? Yeah, there you go. Now who's the fastest man in the NFL? When I first heard about that, I was watching it on ESPN. I can't remember which show, but during the entire discussion about it, they just showed him doing that rundown on that interception.
Yep.
From last season,
as I would expect.
I watched it probably 20 times while they were talking. Still one of the most impressive things I've ever seen on a football field.
Yeah,
Like
when I read this headline, that is exactly what I thought of. So
it's incredible. Like the lead that defensive back had. Like,
yeah.
oh man, I could watch it right now and still get hyped.
Oh, who was it? It was the Honey Badger, right?
Oh, I think was it
Yeah.
Tyrann Mathieu?
Yeah, because afterwards he tweeted. I follow him on Twitter, and afterwards he tweeted out, I got ball hawked.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
But
Right on.
all right, so next, I'm sorry, I got way too much news no one cares about. It's been a busy time.
Okay,
So Alejandro Villanueva nailed it.
Villanueva.
Close enough. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll
Yeah,
take
you
my
will.
victory lap. Said about moving to the Ravens. I'm assuming it's not as much fun for the wide receivers because they're not getting all the catches. They're making TikToks and they have fun with their social media.
I heard about this too.
Yeah.
Calling out
Juju,
Smith.
right? Man.
I'm sorry, I just dropped a tack and I need to pick that up because I'm gonna step on it immediately after the show.
I was kind
Go
of
ahead,
hoping
then.
it'd be during. But yeah, I just think that's awesome. Calling out Juju after moving on from the Steelers. Like, classic.
I almost just dropped it again.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I just love that he went to a division rival
Yeah.
and then just starts immediately calling out Steelers. It's like,
Yes.
yes, this is the stuff I want.
Which I want to bring up real quick. Just the Steelers have lost 3 offensive linemen this offseason. Something I don't think people are getting way overhyped about Mr. Harris over there.
Yeah, Najee Harris. Yeah.
Okay. Next news no one cares about, though. A group of 49ers called Shanahan on Sunday to let him know that they were alive.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah. What the heck?
He got a phone call from a group of the 49ers just to let him know they're alive. If you guys missed
weirdest
it.
interview ever.
Yeah, if you guys missed it. I don't even remember what the question was, but they asked him a question, and he was like, I don't know. We don't even know if we'll be alive on Sunday.
Yeah. Weirdest interview ever.
Turns out he is alive on Sunday. Plot twist. All right, 49ers also signed Doug Peterson, former head coach of the Eagles' son, as a tight end. Which I don't know why that's a headline, but it is.
It must be the off season.
Yeah, and I love it. Like, why? Why is that? You realize he's going to the same team as George Kittle.
Okay.
All right, last one, Perry. I got to pull up this other article to go along with it. I got some additional information here. Rich Eisen and Michael Vick did their 40-yard dash to raise money for charity. Awesome guys. Vick, though, still ran a 4.740.
He's
Now
he might be one of the greatest athletes to ever play football.
I got some stats here, Perry.
Yeah.
Some 40-yard dashes from quarterbacks
Oh God, I really hope one of them is Ben Roethlisberger.
at their combine. Dak Prescott 4.79. Patrick Mahomes 4.8. Matthew Stafford 4.81. Jared Goff 4.82. Andy Dalton 4.82. Drew Brees 4.83. Baker Mayfield 4.84. I guess Joe Flacco's still in the league 4.84. Kirk Cousins 4.84. Sam Darnold 4.85. Matt Ryan.
The only one that surprised me there. The only one that surprised me was Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, they don't even have Ben Roethlisberger on this list. I'm assuming because he's so low.
He might not have even ran the 40.
Yeah, I think he didn't actually. But yeah, like there is, what is it? I got 31 or 32, and we got 13 of starting at 13. So that's like 29. No, 19. 19. That's the number. 19 quarterbacks that are currently in the NFL that are slower than Michael Vick is today.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, slower on their combine day.
Right. That doesn't surprise me at all.
I know, but it's still amazing.
All
right, that's all the news no one cares about.
Completely unrelated to the show, just so you're aware, Justin, the league that we co-manage, I just proposed a trade. Our draft starts today. I didn't know if you knew that. Yep. I already dropped our players, so don't worry about that.
That one. Oh, that we co-manage. Yeah.
Yeah. But I just proposed a trade for the 106. I'm trying to get the 106. I offered David Montgomery and the 4th pick in the 3rd round. I want to get in the top 6 picks. So
Okay.
We'll see if it happens. Probably not.
I think
but
it
could.
Anyways.
Anyways.
All right. Let's get into some winners and Perry's losers.
Yeah, my losers. Come on over, guys. I got lots of video games, lots of board games. We can pretend that normal society doesn't exist.
Oh man, we need to be more famous and make more money off this, so we can have a production crew. Because I really want to have a graphic that slides in that says Perry's losers.
Right, and it's just like a little like short montage of me like showing off like my Legos.
Yeah.
Video games. Look at my Pokemon game collection, like that sort of thing.
Yeah. With their face, like them just superimposed in it, it'd be incredible. I'm in on this.
All right.
And
winners.
I'll be there too, obviously.
Winners. You've got AJ Brown at the top of your list here, Justin.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, I don't have them in a specific order. But yeah, AJ Brown
is at the top of the list.
Yeah,
read into that however you'd like.
Accurate. Yeah, so obviously, the Tennessee Titans did not draft another wide receiver. Like, they did not bring in any help or like anyone else to get targets. They lost Corey Davis. They lost what's his name? Their tight end. And so it's just a bunch of vacated targets. Fursker will obviously pick up a lot of those from the tight end position. But AJ Brown, he is going to see a ridiculous amount of targets, even if they are a run-first team. He's going to get an outrageous amount of targets this year.
They did take Des Fitzpatrick, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm not worried about him.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying I actually like Des Fitzpatrick. I don't think he's like gonna take a ton of targets from AJ Brown, but I do think that there's a chance he turns out to be as good as Corey Davis was, right? Like there's a chance. So
I'm not banking on that though.
Well,
I'm not
I'm not saying go out and draft him or anything. But,
yeah.
our trade was rejected. I'm not saying go out and draft him, but I do think like it's not like they didn't do anything to replace Corey Davis. Like a lot of what I'm hearing is like there's all these vacated targets and there's nobody there to get him, so therefore AJ Brown's getting 300 targets this season.
400.
It's like
even.
What's that?
I said maybe 400.
Right. That's not what's happening. I just want everybody to understand that that's not what's going to happen. There has to be another wide receiver on this team that at least gets some targets. That doesn't mean that they're going to be fantasy relevant, but somebody else on this team will get some targets.
Somebody will line up on that that other position,
and they will get thrown the ball.
Yeah, because
it will happen.
Or Corey Davis, because AJ Brown will be seeing a lot of double coverages, I'm sure,
right? Which
will make it a little bit easier for that person,
right?
And as I pointed out before the draft, Derrick Henry is probably staying. I didn't even put him in my losers, but because I already had him ranked down there. But like without bringing in someone, I think that he is a loser in this because I think that he'll see a lot more stacked boxes this year than last.
I mean, maybe. I mean, he was still seeing stacked boxes last year. I understand your reasoning with Derrick Henry, and I don't have him as like my number 3 running back like a lot of people do. I don't have him there, but I still think he's going to be really good.
I mean, me too. I still have him as a running back 1, right? Like I'm lower than most people on him, but he's still. I mean, he's a freak of nature. He's going to do. I mean, he's still going to do better than any other running back in the NFL would in that situation.
See, I have him at 6, so I've got him just ahead of Jonathan Taylor.
See, I have him at 8.
Okay, not crazy. Anyways, let's not talk too much about that. One thing I did want to mention about AJ Brown is now he's the only show out there, right? And this happened with Juju, where Antonio Brown left, and we just expected Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be incredible. And before anybody says anything,
did not.
Okay. I'm talking about
the overarching,
right? Like the consensus was that Juju was going to be amazing. And before anybody says Juju's not the same kind of talent that AJ Brown is, that was not like the sentiment when Juju had his breakout rookie season. That was not the sentiment, right? But, so this could feasibly be
the difference here though is that AJ Brown was the lead wide receiver last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so he saw all the best coverages last year and performed. Juju that year prior still had what's his name?
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown there taking a lot of those, and you would see when he did face the number 1 coverage, his numbers would plummet,
right.
Which is why I was scared away from him that following year. So I have faith in AJ Brown, and I did not in Juju.
Anyways, I'm just saying right now AJ Brown is a consensus 3. I mean, Devonta Adams obviously could fall. Right, that's too high for me. I would rather have Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I would rather. I think I have AJ Brown at 5 or 6, but I would rather have Stephon Diggs or Hopkins.
Hopkins is that higher for you? Okay. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Sure. I think that's reasonable. Hopkins, a lot of people think he's just like super old and done. And it's like, dude's still young. Yeah. Definitely has at least two good years left.
Yeah, 2 elite years.
Yeah.
Next,
let's talk about,
Yeah, we got Allen Robinson of the Chicago Bears. This one's exciting for me. Because I believe me and you were talking about this, about how before the draft, Allen Robinson with Andy Dalton had the best. That was going to be the best quarterback that has thrown him the ball his entire career.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
I want to hedge my bet there a little bit.
Yeah, well, now we don't need to hedge the bet, Perry, because no one will ever know because they drafted Justin Fields.
Yeah, watch him be a bust.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Allen Robinson's sitting here like, that guy better be good.
Yeah.
But he's on Allen Robinson's team, and I'm sorry, there's a lot of stuff in the news where people try and make correlation as causation, so I'm going to do it right now. Allen Robinson makes his quarterbacks worse. I mean, just look at all the quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's true. The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding, and that's some disgusting pudding. No,
that's just mud.
Obviously, Allen Robinson, this is an upgrade for him. I don't expect Justin Fields to start week 1, but I think he'll be starting by week 4. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, and I'm excited for it. I mean, Fields was, my second favorite quarterback in this draft. So, I think this is going to be awesome. I moved Allen Robinson up my rankings. Like on draft day, he's literally the only player I adjusted.
Yeah, I've got him like closer to. It's really hard, man. That like 4 through 10 is freaking stacked.
Yeah, I have him inside my top 10 now.
He's always been in my top 10.
Oh, I had him at like 15. So.
Oh, no, not that man.
He's a bad man.
He's a bad man. Yeah, I think barring injury, the worst we'll see from Allen Robinson is what we got last year. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty high floor.
Yeah.
And his ceiling is very high. If they start scoring some serious touchdowns, he's gonna be a recipient of a lot of those, and he could move up really high. So
yeah.
Man. Running back. This one surprised me.
Right?
This one blew my mind.
Yeah.
Mike Davis
is a winner.
The lead running back for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, I just don't like saying Mike Davis is a winner. It doesn't sound good.
So obviously they did not go out and draft a running back. They had the opportunity, obviously at 4, and then again in the second round, and they didn't do it. I think they traded away, right, in the second round.
Yeah.
Was it with Denver?
I don't remember who it was.
Denver got Javonte Williams.
No.
Anyway,
no, not that high. I don't think. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, Denver was that high.
Dang.
Anyways,
okay, but anyway, yeah. So they didn't bring in a running back, obviously.
Right.
So Mike Davis still sitting there, and also they didn't trade away that first pick, Perry. They also didn't take a quarterback, so. But I'll take my wins where I could get them. But yeah, Mike Davis still there as their lead back, and like there's no one behind him.
Yeah, there's no one behind him.
Yeah, like I said before, or with the Titans, someone is going to line up on the other side of the field. There's no one, literally just no one behind him. He's just standing alone there in the running back room during watching film.
Which is like, what the heck were they doing when Kerryon Johnson got released?
Right.
Like,
that's a good point.
Come on, guys. I'll just give you my instant reaction here.
I think Mike Davis might be in charge of he might be the running back coach.
My instant reaction is I want to draft Mike Davis, and I want to trade Mike Davis by week 4.
Yeah, because he can't carry the load.
Right. I mean, that's what he showed us last year. Was he was explosive for the first half of the season, and he really fell off at the end of the season. So,
and that's kind of been his MO through his career. He hasn't been able to fully carry a workload, and now he is the workload. Like,
right.
Yeah, I agree with you. Trade or draft him low and trade him after a couple weeks of production.
Right. I do think that this makes Matt Ryan a winner. They're going to throw the ball 600 plus times.
Man, yeah.
Yeah,
it makes him a winner, but at the same time, I feel bad for him. Like, his arm is going to be so sore.
From throwing all those touchdowns.
Yeah, just slinging that thing everywhere.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is... Or not Aaron. Yeah. Whew, stuck on him. Matt Ryan is...
I saw someone on...
really good.
Someone on Twitter asked if Aaron Rodgers were to somehow go to... the Falcons, how much higher would you raise like the Falcons players like for fantasy? I'm like, I wouldn't. They would be right where they are because Matt Ryan is throwing the ball.
Yeah. I might move them down.
Right?
Like, honestly, Like the passes will be more efficient.
Yeah, like if I
Aaron
had to
Rodgers
choose
doesn't
a quarterback for my franchise, yeah, I'm choosing Aaron Rodgers. But for fantasy, like Matt Ryan gets it done.
for other players,
Yeah.
but Aaron Rodgers is just incredibly efficient.
Yeah.
Like there's never Aaron Rodgers is not going to go out there and throw the ball 600 times. That's not happening.
Yeah.
So no, yeah, that's a stupid question. Come on,
Yeah.
think it through, man.
Yeah.
All right,
Step it up, Twitter.
here's one that got me really excited. A lot of people were talking about James Robinson, who we'll talk about in a minute, so let's not go there. But Myles Gaskin.
Yeah.
Myles Gaskin, I like Myles Gaskin, and I really did not want the Dolphins to draft Najee Harris
Yeah.
because they have a running back. And again, this ties into James Robinson so much, but Myles Gaskin's the guy now, and I'm really pumped about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't see a need for it. I mean, a lot of people get stuck on these guys' draft capital, which I don't think is like, why is that such a focus instead of their
It's brain dead.
production?
Yeah,
Like,
it's brain dead. Like, it does not matter where you're drafted. It doesn't. Ask Tom Brady,
yeah,
right? There's
yeah.
no
Use
draft
that same
capital
logic,
against
like,
Tom
oh
Brady.
man, yeah, but we drafted Jimmy G much earlier than Tom Brady, so we better bench Tom Brady and put in Jimmy G.
Right, right. That's just stupid. That's
Yeah.
just stupid. Myles Gaskin, obviously, I think the thing we need to know here is can he handle the workload?
And
He did miss some time
really,
last season.
running backs like the only position you really see that in too, like, or you see it more so. It's more glaring.
I mean, there were like, of like the top, I think it's like 36 running backs, like two of them played all 16 games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, running backs all are going to miss time. It's usually like a game or two. Myles Gaskins missed, what is this, 5 games? So, it's 6 games. It's something to worry about with him. Can he handle the workload? But I'm kind of excited, right? Like how much you're going to spend on him is totally going to be worth it. He's going to be like your third running back if you go running back heavy. He's going to be an interesting pickup if you go zero RB. But yeah, I'm excited about Myles Gaskin. He can
Yeah,
catch
he's
the ball in
probably
the
a good
backfield.
a good gamble if you go zero running back. So
Yeah. He had 47 targets last year, and he missed, like I said, 6 games. That's really good. That's really, really good. And
man,
he had a really high catch rate. He caught 41 of his 47 targets. So
yeah, he's being slept. They didn't need like it wasn't the biggest need on their team. I mean, they
right.
don't have a lot of needs on that team either though. But I think wide receiver was definitely one of theirs.
The Dolphins, to me, seem to be really in tune with the draft because they were able to make all these trades to get these tons of draft picks, and then they looked at the running backs that were available. And honestly, I know we're all hyped about Najee Harris, and I am as well, and we're all hyped about Travis Etienne, but
This draft class was
this
not good.
draft class was not that good, exactly. And they went out and they got better options, and they can go take a running back next year if Myles Gaskin doesn't work out.
And
But if he does work out,
the fantasy community has like such like a goldfish memory. Like they don't remember anything from last year or the previous year. All they know is this draft class, and that's all that exists. So if Najee Harris is the best running back in this draft class, he is the best ever.
right?
But if you were to like compare them to like the last draft class, like he would probably be outside the top 3.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
I would say probably top 4.
these two, you added them to your list here, and
Yeah, and
I
Perry
want an
loves it.
explanation because this is
Yeah.
they were losers before this happened.
Yeah, and then their luck's turning around, Perry. That's
Why
running
is
backs.
Andrew? No, wait, never mind. I tried to make an Andrew Luck joke, but it just doesn't.
Yeah.
They already have a good quarterback, so go on.
And that's running backs Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. Well, so the reason why I have them on the winners is it was heavily rumored that the Bills were going to get a running back, a Travis Etienne or maybe a Najee if he fell down to them, but they did not. So they didn't pick up any running backs in the first 2 rounds, which basically sealed the deal for neither one of these guys to lose their dual job as the starting running back, and they're going to continue to be the same human being and incredibly inefficient on that offense. So
And they're going to continue to watch their quarterback run the ball into the end zone.
yeah, yeah. They're a great cheerleader though. Watch as he goes in for the touchdown. They're always so excited.
Because they're winning games.
Yeah.
But let me just ask you this, okay? We're going to talk about James Robinson next, so this is a really good segue. Would you draft James Robinson or one of these two?
James Robinson.
Yes, absolutely. And everybody's considering James Robinson as this gigantic loser. Which...
Well, so when I say winners and losers, right? It's not that these, as a player, it's where they're, for
their situation.
Yeah, exactly. Their situation got or stayed the same, which people thought it would get worse. It was assumed it would. And then, James Robinson's got much worse.
It got worse for sure. But, I mean, I'm still willing to draft James Robinson, right? Like, I have faith in the fact that Urban Meyer can understand that James Robinson is effective when he touches the ball. Travis Etienne, of course, has all this draft capital, and they'll give him the ball a lot. He'll probably be the lead back by the end of the season. That all makes sense. But James Robinson's going to be out there. James Robinson's going to touch the ball.
He's supposed to be so James Robinson's supposed to get the early work with Etienne and Carlos Hyde coming in for third downs.
Yeah, it's all coach speak.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're saying. I mean, that's what I expect though. Like Travis Etienne,
I think early on,
probably get and until at the beginning of the season is what I'm saying. Like week 1, that's what you should expect.
Right.
With Etienne getting some passing work and even some third down work on short yardage. Carlos Hyde basically just coming in short down yardage spots, I would assume at this point in his career.
Mm-hmm.
But Robinson, he's going to see a huge reduction from what he saw last year. Obviously,
don't expect last year.
Yeah, so it's that's why I have him as a loser. Like that draft capital, unfortunately, is a thing. They didn't need a running back, but they drafted the second highest rated running back in the draft. I had him as my first highest, and now he's there. I feel like it's a matter of time before he takes that job from James Robinson.
Yeah, that'll happen. But guys, if James Robinson is sitting there in like the 6th, 7th round, please do not hesitate to go grab him because like people are telling you that he's a loser, right? Like
yeah, he's because not going. We're those people, Perry. We're telling them he's a loser.
You are.
Well, he's on the list as a loser.
Yes, his situation was a loss, but he's still very good.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Man, this next guy, though, he really is a loser. And that's Melvin Gordon. Also because he got a DUI. So he's a loser as a human being. But then they also drafted the running back we both had as our number 3 running back as well in the draft. Javonte Williams with the 35th pick. So I think someone asked outside of Najee Harris which running back is most likely to finish inside the top 20 running backs for fantasy, and this is my answer. It's Javonte Williams with this landing spot. I think he could usurp Melvin Gordon very quickly.
I'm excited as a Broncos fan to have Javonte Williams. I mean, anything could happen. I do think that both Najee and Travis Etienne have a higher chance of finishing in top 15, I think. Was that the qualification?
20.
12?
20.
Yeah.
2-0.
I mean, Melvin Gordon, being one of his most efficient seasons ever, still could not like manage a really effective season and or a really high end fantasy season. And I blame Drew Lock. And if Aaron Rodgers lands there, then Javonte Williams is probably my favorite rookie running back.
Yeah,
just gonna say it. But Melvin Gordon's gonna be there as far as we know right now. He may miss some time here. We'll see. if he were to get injured, Javonte Williams will be very, very good. But it's hard for me to put him above Travis Etienne. I guess their situations seem pretty similar to me, except Melvin Gordon's an aging running back. So
Yeah, and also, I mean, Denver's defense was pretty banged up last year as well.
it's going to be very good this year.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's kind of why, I think they're going to they're going to want to run the ball with a great defense. So that's why I think that he could finish. That's why I have him finishing higher. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is going to want to sling that ball down the field.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Okay.
All right. We got some more losers. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Man, this sucks. Yeah, we're right back where we started last year. The 49ers running backs, Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. It started to look like we had a clear 1 and 2 in San Francisco for the first time in a long time. And then they were like, you know what? What if we draft 2 running backs in this draft? And we're like, all right, that muddies the waters. Let's do it.
Yeah. Raheem Mostert was like kind of interesting to draft before the draft, but it's just, I've said this for the last 3 years that we've done this show now, Justin. I don't want anything to do with San Francisco's backfield, with New England's backfield, with the Bills' backfield. Like, these huge committees, it's such a mess. And it's like, yeah, one of these guys is going to have a great week, right? That just seems to always happen because they're a good running team. But you tell me which one beforehand. Like, you accurately predict it, because I don't think there's really any way.
No, there's not. San Francisco, like, no one in San Francisco in their staff could accurately predict it with a lot more knowledge around it than we have, because they don't know. They'll put each one in, and whoever, like, oh, this guy gained 8 yards, you're staying on the field for the rest of the game.
Right.
Why?
I don't know. And I mean, Raheem Mostert, okay, if say 2022 Mostert and Jeff Wilson are both gone, right? Like, for some reason, I like Trey Sermon. I do. I think he's very talented, but man, the situation almost couldn't be worse.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, it's great for winning games. It sucks for fantasy. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not picking one of them, but I guess if you were going to, I'd probably take either Trey Sermon or Jeff Wilson, depending on who fell the furthest in the draft. That's who I'm taking. The least draft capital.
Yeah, I guess.
Because it's an equal chance that any of them will be the starter, so just
I'm still
take
not
the
doing
one
it.
that's cheapest. Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not, but if I had to, I'm taking whichever one was the cheapest.
Right. Okay. We've already kind of talked about these guys, but let's briefly cover them.
The Bears quarterbacks, Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. The QB1, as the Bears official account tweeted out a month ago, Andy Dalton. Now they chose a quarterback, traded up to choose a quarterback with the 11th overall pick.
Good pick. I mean, this is a good move.
Oh, yeah, incredible. But it does make that tweet hilarious.
Right. I mean, I think they didn't expect to have a chance.
No, no, but it's still funny.
So, yeah.
I completely understand it, and I don't blame them at all, but I will mock them.
Yeah. I think the Bears fully expected to start the season with Andy Dalton. Like, I think that that was going to happen.
A lot of people thought that there would be 4 or 5 quarterbacks that went in the first 10 picks.
Yeah. I can still not believe that Justin Fields is not a Denver Bronco, but
yeah, I can't either.
That's okay, because we're getting Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, it's an obvious. I mean, they're losers, but it's an obvious upgrade for everyone else on this team. For Dynasty, this, like, I like it for Cole Kmet.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't really like Cole Kmet all that much, but it doesn't really matter who his quarterback is. But
or like, I mean, redraft, right? Daryl Mooney, right?
Yeah, Darnell Mooney.
Darnell, yeah, sorry. Darnell Mooney, yeah, like this obvious upgrade for him. He started to show out a little bit last year, so
Yeah.
he could you know, this could continue to see him progress.
The Bears won games with Mitchell Trubisky. Let me just like let that sink in with everybody. They won games, quite a few. Now they have a real quarterback, we presume.
So
they could be very good.
Where are you taking Anthony Miller?
Geez, I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into that.
Yeah, I just was thinking about it right now, actually, because like Anthony Miller has burned you a couple times. I know.
Yeah. Oh, man,
are you willing to take a chance on Anthony Miller? I guess is the better question.
I don't know if this answers the question, but I think I would rather have Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And no, that would make Anthony Miller. What's that?
I think that's a good answer because I'm gonna take that as a no on taking a chance on Miller because I mean you're not taking both of them.
Right, and that makes Anthony Miller the third target on a team with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No matter how good Justin Fields is, he's
or the fourth, right? Cole Kmet.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, Anthony Miller. I mean, there's quite a few players I think I'd rather have. A lot of rookie wide receivers.
I'm almost positive that his ADP is undrafted right now. I'm not positive.
He's currently the consensus ranked 85th wide receiver. So he's very far down there.
Yeah, I want to say that's undrafted in most drafts.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney is the 54th.
Yeah.
Consensus. So I would definitely take Darnell Mooney over him.
Yeah. Last loser, Perry. The Green Bay Packers.
What?
the entire Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. Well, we've already spoken as to why.
Yeah, we have, but I still wanted to bring them up in the loser section.
Yeah.
It needed to be restated.
But if they're truly a loser, there's a good chance that Denver is a winner.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Or they could also be a bigger loser because the one of the other like hot landing spots for him is Las Vegas, which would make Denver just probably equally as much losers as Green Bay in this situation.
I'm sorry, but Aaron Rodgers is a smart guy. He does not want to play for that maniac down there.
I think you're right. I don't like. I feel like you're biased, but you're also 100% correct.
I know. He does not want to play for that man. Okay.
Yeah, again, a buddy of mine once said, if your GM or head coach has a bowl cut, they're a bad GM or head coach because they obviously make poor decisions.
Right. It should have been a mullet.
Yeah. I would rather have him have a mullet.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mullets are cool.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, in comparison to a bowl cut, like if you got a group of dudes that's Perry's losers, I'll see a couple mullets in there. I will not see a bowl cut though.
True. Yeah. You're not allowed in.
Yeah, I don't know what group you have to be in, but it's not. You're not making the cut for that.
Right. I don't care how many Pokemon games you have.
You could have a holographic Charizard. You're not getting in.
Leave the card. You go. That's what I have to say.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.